Today's subject is slavery.
Nope, that ain't today's subject. But I know why you're all here. The last video wasn't the best. Yeah, it seems you guys didn't really like that video. So that's why I'm here to correct my old opinions. Mistakes have been made, my opinions have been changed, and a script is written. Enjoy the video. I know I said my opinion changed, but I still hate this guy nonetheless. This guy can perma-freeze your cats just like Helix perma-freezes your Wi-Fi. Clapping this guy is way harder than it sounds, as this little basement dweller is always hiding behind thick meat shields. Never have I ever thought I'd say killing an anglerfish is satisfying as hell, but Battle Cats always provides. Norcori was probably my most controversial pick next to the lemur, but I encountered Professor A shortly after making that video, and my god, all of you were right. Professor A is just like Master A, but so much worse. He has longer reach, the slowing ability, but epic back air. No, seriously, my guy has a red mohawk on his back. How is that not cool? All of my anti-reds just get clapped by this guy. Bahamut is practically useless, unless this deranged professor is out in the open, which, let's be honest, he never is. Every level Professor A is in is almost a guaranteed loss for me, at least once. Berserkori was still mildly challenging, however now that I have Octopussy Cat, yeah, is just as much of a joke as Logan Paul's apology video. Yeesh. His name suits him. That's the only good thing I'm going to say about Taki. Taki is by far worse than Shadowboxer K, because at least you can stun the kangaroo with no bunghole. But with Taki, no bunghole will die in seconds, like he usually does when exposed. Taki can outrange almost all my cats, and has a very small blind spot which is often covered with more thick meat shields. In order to kill Taki, you'll need the exact strategy you need to win the Squid Games. A shit ton of luck. And not only that, Taki's health. For a backliner, you'd expect him to have low health, but he might as well be a backline tank with that thick load of health. This little prick, no pun intended, is an absolute hell to deal with, and you cannot change my mind about that. God, I can't wait to turn this annoyance into Thanksgiving dinner. Gobble is the first enemy with the Toxic ability, which is basically a glorified critical hit. Gobble may be slow, but he makes up for it with his ridiculous damage count. If your cat doesn't have Toxic immunity, they're gonna get killed very quickly. Gobble is almost always paired with annoying peons or an actual boss, but God forgive you if this thing comes in massive hordes, as if you're not prepared, your base is gonna go bye-bye very quickly. All in all, 2 times worse than Brawlo, earning it a spot on this list. Not to mention the Toxic sound sounding like that one fart meme. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Moth's not that bad, but I had to choose something for aliens. Aliens are kind of a joke now that I have Seafarer, but Moth is incredibly annoying, especially when spawned at the beginning. I hate Moth because it does area attacks, somewhat high damage, and a chance to freeze your cats. Want to know the worst part? They come in hordes. Yeah, let's not talk about that. I'll just call him Mess, because that's what he is. Mess warps cats directly in front of it, but if it rushes ahead, it looks like it's warping behind them. So if an enemy warps a cat behind them, you'd think that's perfect, right? Wrong. It's basically giving the thing full access to shred your base, unless you have a warp blocker. But they'll probably die in seconds, considering its rapid attack rate. Mess has a massive amount of damage, a decent load of health, which is horrible if encountered in swarms, which, knowing PONOS, it most likely will be. Good luck even attempting this guy. They're the main reason I can't beat Cats of the Cosmos. Even with Uber Carry, these guys are still incredibly annoying, but I'm trying not to Uber Carry, so... If Masha didn't already have enough reason to be terrified of Bear. Woo! Man. Rapid attack rate, incredibly high damage, and high health make him a ferocious foe to fight. Mix that with his burrow and revive, and you got yourself the hardest zombie in the game. Even if I Uber Carry, this guy's still an absolute nuisance. Cadaver Bear, I hope you and your giant forehead fall face first into a pit of spooky dookie.
Spooky dookie.
All dogs may go to heaven, but not all dogs deserve it. And this one is the perfect example of that. Surge attacks, incredibly high damage, And not to mention it's an angel, which I have very few anti-troops of. So yeah, St. Dober is a natural nuisance. The surge attacks deal insane amounts of damage, paired with his normal attack, which does some pretty decent damage. So, unless you have some really good Ubers, you don't really have a chance against this guy. Coronium? Oh, I always thought his name was Demon, because that's exactly what he is. Coronium is like Berserkori, but way, way worse. All of my critical hitters cannot tank his attacks, and the wave attack gets them if it isn't the actual attack itself. If you can somehow manage to freeze him, like the gameplay footage here, you can actually get lucky, but that was never the case for me. Everything I said about this enemy is still true, even now. Even though I have better cats now and am much better at the game than I was when I made the last video, these guys are still absolutely horrible. They can shred through your meat shields in large amounts, however, they can still be easily defeated. But, regardless, still the hardest Relic enemy, without a doubt. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who is the hardest Aku enemy, in my opinion? Well, here they are. The Cerberus kids are without a doubt the hardest Aku enemy in Battle Cats, possibly the hardest enemy in the game. Look at how much health they have. No matter how hard you hit, you cannot kill them. They deal so much damage, and they're guaranteed chance to freeze all your cats. Yeah, it's a joke. Obviously. Unless you're brain dead, you should be able to tell that that was a joke. Alright, now, let's get to the real hardest Aku enemy. Wanna know why I'm stuck on the Aku realms? This is the answer. Fallen Bear is without a doubt the hardest Aku enemy in the game, and arguably one of the hardest enemies in the whole game, in my opinion. I've had the most difficulty with Aku Bear than any other enemy in the game. He's crazy damage, crazy health, a shield with even more health, and the shield can regenerate. And plus, do you want to know the worst part? If you can actually manage to kill this monstrosity, a Death Surge comes out. And can you guess how much damage that Death Surge does? Well, you saw for yourself. Yeah, I do not ever want to play this thing again. But chances are I probably will have to, considering I have not beat the Aku realms yet. And this guy, he's the reason. I hate you, Aku Bear. I hate you so much. Whew. That's a monstrosity off my chest. Anyway, so, this video was, in my opinion, more accurate than the last one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one more, because it took much longer to make, trust me. So, there you have it. The hardest enemy in every Battle Cats trait, updated. So, due to how terrifyingly long it took this video to make, I think I might take a short break from the channel. But, trust me, I have something huge when I come back planned, and I hope you'll all enjoy it as well. It'll be an extra treat for those of you who like horror. Well, that's all I have to say about that. My channel has a Discord server now, so if you'd like to join, please let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and have a great evening. Goodbye, guys, gals, and anything in between. Before I head out, I'd like to thank my 3 biggest supporters of this channel, Plain or Something, Toaster, and Heavy. I'll link their channels in the description so you can check them out. Have a nice day, everyone. I hope you enjoyed.